Hey everyone, welcome to NerdyJock official hang number 1. Yeah, we are on my couch in my living room trying something different for the first time ever. You might remember DK from other podcasts, my co-host on all these shows.
Yeah, you might remember me.
Of course, if you're watching the show, you know DK. But you definitely do not know this young lady. Look at this beautiful lady here.
They know her by reputation.
Yes.
So this is Angie, Kevin's beautiful fiance.
This is my fiance. We joined her to the pod because she's got some stuff to talk about. Not too much like we do, but we've got some anime news and information to get caught up on. And I think she wants to talk a little bit here and there.
I definitely want to be part of this. I hear you guys talking about this all the time, and like I just want to be part of your guys' podcast. I just, it sounds exciting, and I just want to be part of it. So thank you.
Well, actually, I have a question from you just to kind of kick things off. So obviously, like, Kevin is a very handsome man. I think we all agree on that. He looks like a stereotypical jock, you know, big arms, all that stuff. Like, at what
Broy for sure, yeah.
At what point, like, when you guys were beginning to date, did you realize that there was a deeper layer to that iceberg where there was this world of nerddom, I guess?
Great question. Probably when he invited me over his first time to his house. He had an entire wall with shelving of different anime characters I knew nothing about, and he started going into detail about it, and still it was all pretty much gibberish. Now it's been, I don't know, how many years, baby?
2.5, almost 3 years we've been together, but...
And he's been teaching me
off. Okay, so okay, here the real quick, the honest answer to this is that, like, I told her, because I live on the beach in Hermosa. I used to. Now I live in Redondo, 1 beach down from Hermosa. And I was like, hey.
South Bay.
Yeah, South Bay. I was like, hey, babe. Or when I first met her, I was like, hey, you got to come visit me. I live on the beach. If you live on the beach, you can say I live on the beach, which I do in Hermosa and SoCal. You know, that's pretty cool. Like, most chicks are going to be like, they're going to say, yeah, let's go check it out. And she came over, and then she walked in my room, and it was a studio. It was tiny as hell. I mean, we're not going to show you the whole place here, but it's a hell of a lot bigger.
The toilet was in the shower.
I had, okay.
Yeah.
It was called a shoilet.
It's a shoilet.
He had a toilet in the shower, so it was a shoilet.
It was nuts. If you had to use the bathroom, you had to go
You had to walk through the shower to get to the toilet.
The ceiling was like 4 feet high. It was
I hit my head all the time. I know. It sounds
like could you even stand and pee?
Not really. I kind of had it like angle weird. I always kind of had it angle weird, like. And she's like, you're missing the toilet. I was like, how do I can't stand like this.
We're gonna turn the shower on.
Yeah, I was like, I can't.
And he's like, that's why the shower's in here.
Yeah, I was like, I can't stand like this. It's hard. I'm like this to try to pee.
But can I just comment really quick? So she said that, like, from the first time you invited her over, you're going full otaku. You're explaining all the stuff.
Oh.
And it's like, I know there are so many nerds out there who don't have your looks and your physique that wish that, like, they could get a girl over to their house and they could just go off on whatever anime or manga they're super into and have that not be an immediate, like, killer of the thing. Like, the girl just like, okay, heel turn, I'm out the door, I'm gone.
Well, here's the deal. Well, I mean, like, I knew, like, okay.
You kind of did.
Okay, so I'm 41 now, so I've lived a life, you know, like I've been in the dating game a long time, and there were like a couple prerequisites I knew that I needed to have for like a partner that's gonna be a lifelong partner. And I was like, in one of them, and there wasn't too many, like I'm actually pretty chill, but like one of them was like, hey, like, if you don't love anime, like, you got to be open to me loving anime.
You have to be accepting.
You have to be accepting of my love for anime, because, like, the truth is, it's lifelong. It was a part of who I was growing up. Like, it influenced who I am, and like, I can't take that away. So like, for me, it's a vital part of my life. So like, I was like, you don't have to love it. You can hate it. Just like I don't watch 90 Day Fiancé. I can't watch that. But like, and she doesn't watch it either, but I'm saying, like, if she were like, hey,
I do watch that.
I mean, it's not a bad show.
It's pretty entertaining. As far as those trashy reality shows go, it's pretty good.
It's actually pretty good.
Well, I'm not hating. I'm not hating. I'm just saying, like, if that were the situation, like I would accept that. But like, I just said, hey, babe, don't judge me for that. Because like in our day back growing up, Dan, you know, like if you said the word anime, like girls would be like, oh my god, this loser. Like Star Wars before Star Wars became cool.
It was
even worse.
It was bad. It's like the analogy that I've made before on the pod is that it would be like saying, I like watching porn.
Yeah.
You know, like people just be like, why would you say that?
Yeah.
You like Japanese animation? What's wrong with you? But I think that the message here for anybody who's younger than us.
And by the way,
yeah,
anime's not porn.
It's not.
Yeah, like okay,
some of it is.
There is some.
Listen, no question, some of it is. But
all right.
But here, let me just finish.
Put me in this damn box.
No.
Man. I don't want you into that shit.
Let me just
language, sir.
Let me just finish this point. The point is for all of you people who are younger than us, because he's over 40, I'm pushing 40, and all that stuff. If you're in your 20s, 30s, or even younger than that, life is too short. Find somebody that accepts you for you.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's true. And honestly, like, even though that's like something you're into, it's like it doesn't like it's part of you, but also we do so many things together, and like I enjoy it. And like obviously this is your style. By the way, I bought him this shirt. Isn't it cute?
Yeah, she bought me the shirt.
Just
saying.
Anyways, like I love that that's part of your style because it makes you original and it makes you like you know something that's not you know something like a jock would be like, oh, I know about, like it makes you different, and I like that.
Yeah. Well, the truth is, all the jocks know Dragon Ball Z. They love Dragon Ball Z. They just don't own it.
As a girl, though,
I own it. I own it.
As a girl, though, I didn't know that, and now learning about it, I'm seeing like the guys that really are into that, like, and it's kind of cool. I don't know, like to see, you know, that they like this, like not a game.
Well, even like I said this on
show.
I said
game, whatever.
No, total show and game. Yeah. She just spent.
Well, I was playing the game before this.
Yeah. Before this,
Kevin
and I recorded another pod, and she spent like over an hour playing
this
Sparking
game.
Zero.
Dragon Ball Sparking Zero
with my 5-year-old son.
And honestly, I had a blast, and I don't know. I kept losing.
I've been trying to get her to play any game with me. She will not play any.
I've never played.
No, my son, he's a very cool guy.
And she's like Kevin. She's like, Kevin, I kind of like this game they're playing. Oh, Dragon Ball game? Like, I've been trying to get you to play any game.
I know.
And she won't play anything. So for me, it's like, oh.
I don't know. Like his son came at it like really sweet. It was like, just push the triangle button. And
he was teaching her the game as they play.
As really he beat my butt.
He's a sweetheart. He's a good kid.
He beat my butt. Like.
But that's the weird thing about anime. I won't go deep into it because I've already said this on the pod, but when you and I met, you were part of we were extras on the film Water for Elephants.
We talk about this every day.
Yeah, starring Rob Pattinson, Reese Witherspoon, Christoph Waltz.
Great movie.
You know, you're not going to see us. They cut us out of that whole film. So just
no. We're doing the labor. The labor shots are in there. We're in there.
Not me.
No. I see the top of your head as you're hammering that peg because they trained us in
the very
circus
beginning.
labor.
I just saw that. Actually.
Yeah. We're in the trailer even. Like you're all over the place. Like listen, that extra crew, those rouseabouts, it divided kind of the way high school did. There were the jocks, there was Kevin, then there were kind of like the weird punk misfit people. There was like me and Sterling and like other people. So I'm doxing all these people's names who are extras on this thing.
Jeff.
Yeah, but
my name is Jeff.
I remember the day that I mentioned Dragon Ball because there are people. Thor was one of the jocks. But
Thor is a jock, but he's a total nerd actually. Yeah.
No, he is.
We find out. We find out
later.
later.
You ran into him not too long ago.
Yeah,
you ran into him.
No,
Oh, you ran into him.
No, so
he said you ran.
No, so Thor worked on the Dunkin' Donuts commercial with me.
No way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You didn't tell me. I'll
tell you. I'll tell you in a second. We'll talk about it in a second.
So
finish the story first.
There was a day. I think we were like 3/4 of the way through the shoot, and like it was now coming out. We were all kind of airing out our dirty laundry, all the skeletons in our closet, because Thor was like a big fantasy book guy. Everybody was like, Sterling was a fantasy book guy. And I remember everybody was kind of saying the things that we liked. It was almost like a confession. And then I said, just sort of glibly, Dragon Ball taught me everything I know about life. And every single guy in that tent started nodding their heads and had a Dragon Ball story, including him. And that was the beginning of, that was where we bridged that gap. It was right there. It was just mentioning Dragon Ball. Yeah.
Because it wasn't like, because when we talked about that, it was like, it's an instant connection.
Yeah.
And like, it wasn't just a superficial connection. It's like, oh man, I remember this part, like, boo, boo, boo. You could talk about when Krillin and Goku in Dragon Ball just met and they became friends. And then they were doing the milk carton, that journey, that arc right there with Master Roshi. And then you remember, oh my God, I can't remember when Krillin died the first time. And then you talk about Tenshinhan and everyone else and all of Dragon Ball. And they say, oh no. But like, if you're a Dragon Ball fan, you're probably a pretty big Dragon Ball fan, right? So you remember every moment. You remember when Vegeta gets killed by Frieza, when Krillin dies again by Frieza, and Goku goes Super Saiyan. Like, these are all like, this is what
it was like. This is what it was like. It was like there was tension. Yeah. I was like, I was more the nerd, more the punk
you were like,
kid.
you questioning me about my integrity as an anime?
This guy body shamed me because I was real thin. He's like, dude, you look like you're a cancer patient.
You did not.
Did I say that?
You did. He was. It was all in good fun. He was.
Look, I'm a better person than I was 16 years ago.
But this is also how guys show affection. They rib each other.
Guys always get into it. Like.
But
they'll fight and then they become best friends.
Yeah, and I mean, and that's how we connected from there. Like, oh man, we got a mutual love, and that bond is unbroken.
It was you that told me about the dragon boxes. Yeah. Like how they were different from the orange bricks. We won't go into the weeds on that because we could do a whole episode of dragon boxes. I had to sell my dragon boxes during COVID because I didn't have any money. So different. It was now that was effed up. But now, no.
I wish I could get them back.
But now, through completely legal means, we have a better release than the Dragon Boxes. The broadcast audio, color corrected.
Well, hold on.
Yeah.
We'll do a whole podcast about that soon because
I don't think we will.
What is a dragon?
Okay, great question. So Angie asked, what is a dragon box?
What is it? If you know what a dragon box is, comment below.
Is that like because back when I was
Dragon Ball,
you go to Claire's and then if you pay a little extra money, you get this cute little box and then you add money.
You gotta talk louder because I'm not gonna hear you and it's gonna be hard to get you.
So when I hear of Dragon Box, I think of like when as a girl.
I really do think we gotta.
I think it's
bring this closer.
I think it's a guy version of when a girl went to Claire's and.
Because I don't think they're gonna hear her.
It's fine. We'll just bring these closer. It's gonna be a little rumbly, but that's fine.
Whatever. I'd rather have rumbly than no audio.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, they can definitely hear you.
Okay, we're changing it up. So
testing.
So if you're listening,
we realize that we've been a little bit echoey, and
it's gonna be. I know how this is gonna go in the edit. It's gonna be really tough. Unless
it's
we're
fine.
close
This
up.
is a hang. It's cash. It's fine.
Yeah, that's true.
Go
ahead.
How about now?
So Claire's, there was a little extra box
right there.
you would get.
When I hear of Dragon Box, I think of when I went to Claire's, and if you paid a little extra money, you'd get like this really cute box, and it like gave you inspirational messages, and then you could put little like money and like things inside of it. Mm-hmm. And that was our like cute inspirational box as a child. Is that what you're talking about? It with the dragon box as like a guy?
Do you remember in the 2000s?
Totally different, but the same.
Do you remember in the 2000s when DVDs really started booming and you could start buying seasons of old shows?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
So Dragon Ball has had a fraught history with that. Like there have been releases from the people who own the Western rights in various countries and stuff like that. But at one point, to make a long story short, the animation company Toei that owns the rights in Japan, they went frame by frame, kind of cleaned up everything.
Made it beautiful.
And they made their own DVD release,
but
which was called The Dragon Box, which was the only one that had like the old school televised, like on the next episode, blah blah blah.
In Japanese, original dialogue, original
Is this for all anime
or just for Dragon Balls?
And it was the most important part is that the cells were all cleaned up. It was a beautiful, almost a remaster in a way.
Versus the American version where they cropped it to 16:9, and so they cut off the top and the bottom of the frame.
Yeah,
and they also did like a machine enhancement that cut some of the lines out because they digitized it, they made it HD, and when you do that, they did a grain cleanup. So all of old animation was shot on 16mm film.
Basically, the colors look better in that way, but you lose detail.
Yeah,
and that's what really sucked because you want the beautiful details from the original animation.
Exactly.
And this is only people who are like in the industry like would understand how bad that is if you're not a hardcore fan. Like, you know, he's a writer, I'm an actor. Like we are film buffs as well, and otakus, especially in anime. So like for us is like for me was with having the dragon boxes was a huge deal because it was like the pristine condition that the studio wanted us to have. Like that would be
it was the ultimate release for people who loved the Japanese version.
Can I just say, hey, send out another one because I only do the Japanese version. That's my thing is Japanese
you had to
versions.
sell yours, babe?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
I mean,
COVID took a toll on us all. One way.
COVID,
or the
like
other.
I had like 4 of like I think the 7 or 6. I had a lot of the dragon boxes.
For you people who know, they're out of print. So
they're
one season is
super
$700 on
they're,
eBay
they're
right
very
now.
valuable. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had to sell them for a couple $1,000s
Super fans
because
our way.
I know because I couldn't. I mean I had to like survive. It was
You
COVID.
sold them to a dude in Ireland. Right?
Guy in Ireland. Yeah.
So there's a possibility that YouTubers like Totally Not Mark or Super Eye Patch Wolf are the ones who bought
Probably.
your thing because they're both Irish YouTubers.
But you know what, man? You know, I hope you take care of them and love them like I did. I wish I had them. Maybe I can go to Japan one day and to Toei and just be like, hey, like, give me some dragon boxes, please. Like,
Dragon boxes.
that would make my life.
I think the release that we have is better than the Dragon Box, to be honest.
all right, you know what?
Having the broadcast audio is pretty dope.
DK's talking about this new thing that I haven't watched yet. He's been watching it.
You watched it for the pod. I gave it to you.
What?
Wait, I didn't give it to you.
are you
You got it
talking
through. You got it through other means.
No, yeah, like I've been watching his version of the cut, but it is good as well. But
It's okay.
Enough about that.
You turn the green up. I don't think the green is consequential.
yeah,
The green.
enough
My favorite
enough
color.
about that, guys.
This is just a hang. So
This is the hang. So
Sorry, guys.
okay, we do want to talk about like this is the hang, but it's like what have we been watching podcast as well?
Also, too, I want to know before we get into
Yeah.
that. So obviously, we know the history. He's made you now. You two have been together for quite some time.
Almost 3 years now.
He's made you.
Yeah.
He's made you watch anime. I want to hear about because he's talked about on the pod. He's made you watch like the creme de la creme, at least for us.
Yeah.
Evangelion. Yeah.
That was the first. No, you showed me Dragon Ball before Dragon Ball Z. It was really cute.
Original. I was trying to get her to watch
whole
the
thing?
whole.
No.
she-
It was the
no.
first
She
few
she watched like
episodes.
2 episodes, and she's like,
Why do I want to?
But-
Why do I want to
to
see your dirty
me-
fanny? Yeah.
No, it was something like super new to me because I've never listened TMI. Like I've never listened to anything with just like with Japanese dialogue.
Japanese
to it.
dialogue.
Like I've never
Sure.
listened to or saw anime until that. And then you got me through a few episodes of that.
right.
And after that, you were like, babe, I want to show you my favorite anime of all time.
Oh.
And it was, I still can't say the word right. Evangelion.
Neon Genesis.
Neon
Evangelion.
neon
You can't even say it.
I messed
Neon-
up.
We're few
Neon-
mimosas.
We're few
in,
mimosas
guys.
in.
Yeah.
Neon Genesis
Genesis
Evangelion.
Yeah, I'm dyslexic a little bit, so I mixed like
New beginning Ava.
honestly, that was great. That
Was it great?
It was like what, 10, 12 episodes?
No, it was like 20.
26.
20
Oh,
something.
shoot, was it?
Not 26. It was like
24, 26.
it was like-
Well, it felt like 10 maybe.
Yeah.
It did.
I think it was like
Because we watched
23.
back
The
to back
first
to back.
10 is kind of like this is a fun robot show. I think episode 11 is Magma Diver, which is when they go
It
into the
was-
volcano, and then after that, that's when it starts like
11 it
picking
gets
apart your
11 it gets
soul.
like, oh,
It was
what?
good.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, and I like we talk about this every week on the pod. We're gonna do a Evangelion pod. We're gonna have
want
to
you
go deep.
to shoot
but
that show, yeah.
everything that happens from episode 1 to 10 before Magma Diver, and then before it turns on 11, is extraordinarily important to the entire series. There are so many moments that are actually super crucial from the first few episodes that you're like, what? And you think like, oh, just building character, but it's establishing relationships. No, it is. Every detail is important.
No,
Not-
my favorite moment.
There's
of the
not one
whole- of the
wasted
whole
moment
show,
in that show.
Like my favorite moment is low key episode 2 when Shinji's in the bath and he's remembering what he blacked out on
Yes.
when Ava 1 destroys the angel, and then the mask falls off of the Ava,
Yeah.
who's his mom. And the eye looks at him and focuses in, and he screams that blood curdling scream.
and it's like boom, and it just cuts back.
It's
Yeah.
so nuts.
That's
like
episode 2.
that's
That's
episode
episode
2. Yeah.
Wow.
Because at the end of episode 1 is when like he gets boom, boom, boom. The angel destroys the Ava, and then before he goes berserk. But you don't see that until episode 2.
It's-
So
Well,
it's like,
that's the beginning of episode 2 is when he gets destroyed. Then he wakes up in the hospital bed. This is an unfamiliar ceiling. And then
The beast.
everybody's
No,
like,
no.
no, it ends with him deploying. I know that, listen, guys, I know that I get this wrong a lot. This is some inside baseball. Whenever we do episode by episode analysis,
guys.
I always get this wrong. But Ava, I know for sure. The end of episode 1 begins with the battle against the angel, and then at the very beginning, he gets the boom, boom, boom. He wakes up in a hospital bed. The ceiling is unfamiliar. The whole episode, he goes to Misato's. Okay. They're like, "Oh, you saved the city."
She's so cool. I love her.
She's the best.
I love Masato.
The same voice actor, by the way, in Japanese as Sailor Moon. So,
really?
Yeah. Very famous voice actor.
Guys, you know what I just realized? We're 22 minutes into this podcast. I'm so pissed off because these guys have wine.
Here,
they have mimosas. I'm drinking Kian's apple fucking cider.
No, you're not.
I'm like, why is this? I was like, why am I not getting a buzz off this thing?
Get up. We're just hanging. Go get another drink.
I'm gonna go get a drink.
Oh my goodness.
And we'll be back. We'll talk about this because I'm like pissed.
I'll ask another question in the meantime.
Apple cider's pretty yummy.
Yeah. No, it's all good. It's fine.
So Ava's kind of like jumping into the deep end of the pool, especially when you get to that movie. You got to admit, the movie was like pretty messed up.
Yeah. Did we see that in theaters, babe?
You did.
We did.
We watched that.
He said it on the pod.
We went and saw that in theater. It was actually really good. Okay, sorry. What was your question?
No, my question was like just what? I mean, obviously, okay. I guess the question would be, okay, it's a two-part question. One, when you found out how into anime he was, I'm sure you had a preconception of anime where you're like, oh, this is kind of this, versus after you went to a movie theater and saw End of Evangelion, how did that kind of shift a little bit?
Well, hold up. So I knew he was into anime when obviously I came over, and then I started staying over a lot. But then he pulled out his like, he pulled out. No.
Every single time, guys.
Stop.
They're saving themselves for marriage.
Yeah.
I pull out.
Kevin.
No babies yet. I'm joking, babe. Joking.
This is the best pod we've ever done.
No. Okay, so you took out the DVD, but it was like 4K HD, blah 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 blah.
So that was the
Evangelion. I can't say the
okay.
word,
So
no disrespect.
Was that like the silver box set?
Yes.
The last good release.
It was in a silver box.
Before they cut out Fly Me to the Moon.
No,
bastards.
DK, but he pulls out like 4 different sets. He's like, I got this one, I got that one, but this one's the best. And it was like an
Platinum
HD,
Collection.
Blah 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 blah. And he turned on. He's like, we gotta watch it. He's like, this is gonna be the coolest thing on my TV out of anything you can stream.
I'm a nerd, not gonna lie. I love it.
Honestly, we compared it to streaming, and his was better. Like whatever you
was.
got.
So we were watching the Netflix version as well,
called?
which is actually in its own right. By the way, I mean once we do an Evangelion pod, we'll talk about this. Yeah. So that was So what she's talking about is
he's like, I got 5 sets of this.
I do. I have every release of Evangelion since it came out, from DVD individual to the Platinum Collection, which is the silver case she's talking about, up until the Blu-rays, with the new release that came out actually last 6 months, and then even the end of Evangelion, or not End of Evangelion, sorry, the rebuild, which she hasn't seen yet. So like that's actually
all on Amazon still, right?
I know. I'm saving that. It's gonna be very special for me.
Saving that till marriage.
So we're gonna get married, and like on our honeymoon, we're gonna watch the rebuild for marriage, and maybe we'll get divorced the same week. So we'll see. No, just kidding. No, like, I don't want to ruin any relationships, but I mean, it has a good ending. It has
a very different ending. It's a different ending, yeah. Hideaki Anno, when he made
Hideaki Anno.
Hideaki Anno. Before when he made the movie, but when he made the end of the rebuild, he was happily married. I don't know if he has kids. He was just in a different place. So the ending kind of reflects that a little bit.
Was like, I don't know, really strong. Actually,
like, Miyazaki cast him as the main character in his film The Wind Rises because he was so worried about him. He's like, dude, if I don't give this guy some work, this guy is gonna self-destruct. So Miyazaki, Studio Ghibli founder, he made him the lead actor of his movie in order to save his life. I mean,
I put Hideaki Anno in the same category as like a Picasso, Pablo Picasso, like that kind of a tortured artist in a way. Like it's like, for me, it's transcendental. Now he's
Van Gogh for sure.
Yeah, Van Gogh.
I would say Van Gogh is better.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Van Gogh
was Pablo like I'm on a first name basis with the guy.
You know Pablo.
Yeah, I know Pablo. Yeah, that guy, he like draws weird noses and stuff.
Yeah. He definitely
But-
has.
but
Was
Van
he a
Gogh-
tortured guy or was,
I don't know.
Not the level Van Gogh. You're right. Van Gogh is a
Van
better
Gogh
example.
was
That's
the one
that's
you're
actually
speaking
what I
of.
meant. What I meant.
he was absolutely the Van Gogh.
He was
of
a Van
anime.
Gogh of anime.
It's like
and
they
like, but
pushed
in
it
a great
little
way.
too
So if you
far.
love anime and then you respect the genre, then you're gonna realize like, oh man, this guy's a genius. And now he's doing interviews like, yeah, I don't know what I thought about that. Like I didn't think too much about that.
Wait.
And
So
Go
the
ahead.
guy
Go ahead,
that
baby.
made Evangelion
Evangelion.
Genesis.
well,
Neon Genesis Evangelion.
I'm dyslexic. Sorry. He didn't survive.
No,
No, he's
alive.
still here.
Oh, well, who's
he
the
got,
one
he got
that-
he got married.
He's been making
I
Godzilla
thought you
movies.
said
He's been
someone,
crushing
like,
it. Yeah, he's crushing it.
unalive?
He's doing
No, he
Gundam
was
right
on
now.
The Verge is what I said.
Oh, but he's still alive.
Do you know Hayao Miyazaki, the guy who does like
Dragon Ball.
No.
No.
That's Akira Toriyama. Hayao Miyazaki did
She's
like
learning,
Princess
guys. Give her
Mononoke, Spirited Away, the Ghibli stuff.
Princess Mononoke.
I'm still wondering what Ghibli means.
Ghibli is
I'm
like
sorry.
the Ghibli is like people say it's the Disney of Japan.
It's like it's better than Disney.
It's
in my
like
Like
opinion.
giant eyes. They're like, oh.
Well, all
Well,
anime has
all
giant.
anime
yeah,
has their eyes.
Okay,
Ghibli.
we've gone on a tangent. Getting back to the initial question, like,
Sorry.
what was your initial impression of people who liked anime versus like by the time you were in that theater watching End of Evangelion, like I know you said you saw all of his DVDs, he whipped them out,
yeah.
he whipped
Can
them
I-
out on the first date, all of his DVDs. He's like, look at my package.
Yeah, this is what I got to offer you. Yeah.
yeah.
What was my leaving the theater that day? Like everyone was really freaking cool, actually.
Well, like A to B, like when you found out when he was anime, was there like any tension in your heart at all? Where you're like, oh,
I don't
mean,
think she even knew
honestly,
anime. She's like, I don't even know what it is.
No, I did because like I know people that are into it, but I've never gotten into it. I've never dated someone that
Right.
was into it. I've never got into it myself.
Never
Like I've
gotten
always
engaged
seen
to anyone
it.
who's
like
into
I
that.
didn't know anything about
Yeah, baby.
Japanese. Yeah, that's
never
true.
somebody who
Yeah.
whips out the
Nothing
platinum
nobody-
set on the
never,
first
ever.
date.
He's-
Evangelion. Who
he's
says,
definitely-
"Hey, baby, that's how." Hey, that's guys. This is how you know I have my nerd cred. It's like, no, sweetheart, we have to watch this version of Neon Genesis Evangelion first.
You're like, screw that one.
No,
This is the silver package.
and then, but here's the deal: the Netflix
the best.
actually does have some great stuff about it, and we'll talk in another pod.
He's like, isn't it the best? I'm like, actually,
Like-
it is yes.
No, it is the best. It's the best. It's the best. It's the best version. I'm such a nerd. I know.
You
But-
are.
I am.
Aw.
But
And now
if you want to know about the Netflix stuff, like we could talk about that because some of the translation in the Netflix version, the dialogue is actually better.
Controversial.
It's
Yeah.
but it actually it adds to the original version. So if you've watched the original versions and you watch it,
way deeper than I am because I don't.
no
realize.
shit.
Okay.
This is like my thing.
Can
I
I
don't
just
realize it.
hark on that? So
Yeah.
you remember Kaoru, the boy angel at the end that kind of there's a little homoerotic thing with
Yes, he just
Shinji,
shows up
Right.
like at the water,
Yeah.
like at the bayou.
and Shinji's like kind of in love with them, and he's like saying he's kind of in
So
love with
weird.
Shinji.
Yes.
So there's controversy
That
because
was such a crazy episode.
like in
It was
the
crazy.
I
Japanese
loved it,
version, in the Japanese version, he says like to Shinji like ski, which is an adjective which means desirable, but it's used the way that we use the verb like. It's like if you like somebody, if you have a crush on
Right.
them, you ski them, like suki or whatever.
Never heard
But
that.
so it could mean love. It
Right.
could mean like in the original
Ski.
translation.
Ski.
Yeah,
Ski
suki.
you, babe.
Suki.
Ski.
It's like it's suki, but the u is kind of silenced, like ski.
Nani?
Okay.
Yeah. So
What?
in the original
Yes.
translation.
Yeah,
In
go ahead.
English, they made it very abundantly clear. He says to Shinji, "It means I love you." So it was
From the weird angel, not the weird angel. But
the
you know what
weird
I'm saying.
angel Kaoru. But in the Netflix
Yeah.
version, they all to their credit, all they did was take it super literally because it's like if you want to make it love, it would be daisuki. But they made
Right.
it so they said I like you. But a lot of fans were like, that's kind of like hiding the fact that this is kind of like a gay attraction. It's kind of like gay erasure,
Yeah.
people were saying,
Wow.
and stuff
Really
like that.
hitting, like what it's
So-
trying to mean.
So
But it's like even if you say like, it's like with that word in Japanese, like with the right emphasis, it is kind of saying love. And
Right,
to a
yeah.
degree, yeah.
you know,
Oh, but love is like, there's so many different meanings to love, though. if you think
Exactly.
about it.
but here, yeah, great point.
Yeah,
So
like
with
in
the
Greek,
point I'm trying to make,
do you know there's like 9 different like versions of love in Greek?
no,
Well, yeah.
Just like all the different words for snow.
I don't even know what it is in Japanese.
Well,
but like it can mean so many different levels.
Well, I was never bothered by that in Evangelion because like I always saw it. I was like, yeah, there's a homoerotic quality to it, which is amazing and fine.
Homoerotic.
No, there's definitely some sexual tension there.
No, you're seeing it wrong because there's a different part of love to it.
Well, here's how I say it. It's like I don't mind it because the angel it's a different entity from humanity. It's like, oh no, I love you. Like it's like a God's love for a child. It's like it's a different kind of love, existential, not like a sexual love.
But there are some overt things because they
touch his hand.
They take a bath together, which is a thing that guys do in Japan.
Yeah.
Like if you go to Japan, there are bathhouses.
But it's not like us Americans like watching like
exactly. It's a different.
But then Shinji's like, I think I need to go to bed, and Kaoru's like, go to bed together. Like he says that.
Oh, I remember that now.
And Shinji gets embarrassed, and then Kaoru gets kind of disappointed and starts like.
Different, like it's two different versions. It's two different like not versions. Like not lifestyles. What's it called? Like
culture. But it's like
cultural understanding.
But it's like it's like what the thing is like. Then but then that's what the thing about Evangelion is great is that like
so good. I loved it.
It's great. Yeah. It's like what are the motives there? You never know because it's like there's always a question to all of it. Even the ending. It's all like and you can see it however you want to see it. And that's why this series is always going to be one of the best series ever. And this is not an Evangelion pod, which is crazy because we're 33 minutes in.
We're gonna have to divide this into two pods.
Yeah, we're gonna cut this one and we're gonna do another one.
This is hang number one, and we'll talk about.
And we're just shooting the shit right now. Reconnecting and like showing.
I'm gonna check the camera really quick, see if we're good.
Check we're still recording.
But
like this is actually good stuff. Yeah.
Okay, we still are.
We're good. We have like 40 gigs. We had like 40 gigs, so we should be fine.
Whatever that means.
But and action go. So the point is that like with Evangelion, because it's so open ended in almost every deeper philosophical thought, is that it's gonna be great for every generation coming forward because there's no beginning, there's no end. It's always open for interpretation, and that's what makes Evangelion so perfect.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Do you know someone that would hate that show or movie? Because like it's so good.
I think
it's seen in so many different.
There's people who don't like anime who are won't.
It's such a good one to start with, though. I started with that one.
Go ahead, babe.
Excuse me.
Go off, girl.
Go off,
queen.
I've never. I've only seen like a little bit of Dragon Ball, not Dragon Ball Z. And then you tried to show me Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer. You like Demon Slayer.
I do like Demon Slayer. But the only one I got into was the entire thing of Neon Genesis Evangelion.
You did it.
I said it.
You did it, yeah, girl.
I said it. I can never say it right.
Proud of you.
But like, who's gonna hate on that? Like, who's gonna hate on that show?
Well, people who aren't willing to watch it.
Freaking good. Like, it's so like epic and it's so universal. And there's like so much going on, and it's about like.
There's layers. There's a lot of layers.
Yeah, like it's like the universe and then self and then
spirituality
like it's so deep.
There are some people that are uncomfortable with those ideas.
Yeah.
Like I have a friend. He's like, also a cinephile. He's also a huge anime fan.
I don't know.
Mark?
No.
You
don't know him.
Okay, sorry.
You don't know him, but he's also like a pretty big name in the industry right now. That's why I'm not dropping it.
Okay.
But he cannot watch Evangelion.
He doesn't like it.
It touches something in him that's so personal that he can't do it.
Good, because
he can't do it.
Good, guys.
I mean, but for me, I'm kind of I'm the same way in some ways because I know there are people that rewatch Eva every year.
I watch it every year. I watch it every single year because
I can't.
It's a masterpiece.
I need several years of buffer in between watches because it is like examining the deepest reaches of yourself.
Actually, it's a lot, and that's why I think you should watch it every so often years because then I think it will it will attract different parts of you. Where you're
totally.
Like I don't even know.
I used to hate Asuka when I was a kid when I first started watching.
She's so complex. What a great character.
But now as an adult, there are things about her that I relate to.
You understand her more.
Exactly. I understand why she is the way she is.
Same.
Well, guys, literally,
I know.
we just got back to the pod. I just said, hey, this is why it transcends generations, because as you get older and you watch it again and again, it changes. Like the series changes. The words are the same, but the emotions, what you've experienced changes and adapts to the characters. You have the younger versions with the Asuka, the Rei, and the Shinji dealing with their 13-year-old, 12-year-old prepubescent kind of stage where they're in life. And then you also have your Gendos, you have your Misatos, you have your
Misato consistently through all of my rewatches is the character that I relate to the most.
Yeah,
I feel like
she's like the maturity age.
She's maturity, like, but she's traumatized, but she's also
like loving
trying to keep
like,
everything together. She's very.
She's the glue.
She takes people under her wing.
Yeah, Fuyutsuki. I mean, like every adult also has like. As small as when I was younger, I always thought like I just always focused on the Shinji, Rei, Asuka lines,
that's
right?
Which is what it was. But you realize like even though they're not like the main focus of the show, there is always moments for all the adult characters in the show as well, and they all have their own emotions. They all have their own motivations. They all have their own ideas of why they're there. Like even Fuyutsuki with his love for
Shinji's mom.
Like there is like I mean there is like every single character in this show has motivations that relates to that era. And I'm pulling a mind blank right now. What's
try me.
The blonde girl.
Oh, Ritsuko.
Okay, Ritsuko.
Yeah.
Akagi.
Yes.
Ritsuko Akagi.
Yeah.
Even Ritsuko, that's a complex character too. She's got mother issues. She has relationship issues. She has daughter issues. Like she's like this is like
with her mom.
Yes,
Yeah,
and then Gendo involved.
Yeah,
and then like dude, this is like the greatest show ever.
It's the best.
It's up there.
Here.
Like
hey.
I never thought I like anime until I watched that show.
Yes.
Cheers.
Like
my microphone.
Yeah.
But you know
it's the best show ever made.
We have to appreciate how big that is. That it's like
so
at
good.
ground zero with no real knowledge of Pokemon outside of popular culture. Like you know that Pokemon exists. I meant anime, not Pokemon.
Pokemon.
But this is a tough ask to say. Hey, I know you don't watch anime.
Evangelion.
But you need to go to
No. He's right. From not knowing anything except for the things on your walls on the shelves to hey, I'm going to show you the silver platter.
To what's on TV, like Pokemon and all that stuff.
To me, speaking now, like honestly, that's what turned me to be like, okay, it's not ridiculous. It's not
There's
stupid.
some great stuff
There's
in there.
actually like some great stuff to that. And now, like, I kind of want to be a part of that. And now here I am sitting between you guys, and I'm like excited because I want to learn more.
Sorry, we didn't mean to make an Angie sandwich out of this, but like a frame is only so wide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but no, thank you for saying that because like I had to make sure that I was like, hey, if there's any chance of me converting her to watching me, letting her watch, let me watch my anime, is she's gonna have to watch Evangelion. Because I think if you can convince anyone to watch the whole series through, like it's gonna change your life. Because
well, you said on this pod, I think, or maybe I joked.
It was a deal breaker for me.
That it was a litmus test. It's like if somebody can get through Evangelion, that's a keeper.
Yeah, she's a keeper, and she loved it.
It was really enjoyable. Like it was like.
And
no.
Hey, do we need to get a psychiatrist to go therapy? No, just watch Evangelion and the whole life.
Take a couple of weeks, like feel all of the weird feelings that show gives you,
and then you're pretty much good. You're good to go. Like you know what? Okay, I can handle it.
Like we'll sit there and we'll talk about it after. We're like, wait, what? Like that's what you saw, and I'm like, no, this is what I saw, and then we'll just get into it, and it's actually really fun. Like it's
right. I mean,
if you want to know the director, Shinji is the director. Like he put all of himself into Shinji so much that like he was straight up like.
Is that why the last episode with the black and white? That's all I'm going to say.
Oh yeah. Well, they also
that's a budgetary.
Gainax ran out of money. Yeah, yeah, they ran out of money.
But that's okay. So.
But even it was a metamorphosis too, because even the creator got obsessed with the actress who played Asuka. Like he got unhealthily obsessed with her. Really? He was like, I want you to record your lines naked. And she was like, no.
What?
You know, stuff like that. Yeah.
I didn't hear. I don't know about that, but it's probably true.
He was going through some stuff. He was going through some stuff. I mean, you know, like
real.
I could do it. I could do it.
If we're making the comparison that he's Van Gogh, like Hideaki Anno was the Van
Yeah,
Gogh.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
he was
doing,
like weird stuff. Yeah.
Well, like what he got out of that was literally a masterpiece. Not just a masterpiece, quite possibly one of the most important pieces of not just anime, just art
media.
In that decade.
Was that
90s.
1980?
It was the 90s.
No, 90,
late
98.
Late 90s.
Wait, no, maybe 95, 96.
No. I was like 10 when I was like 10 or 12. So like 94, 93 or 94.
Oh, okay.
90s.
Yeah. Because Bebop was 97 in Japan.
It was
It's
before
almost like
Bebop.
80s.
Yeah, it was before Bebop.
What kind of,
Almost like 80s. No, it's a different era,
What kind of
babe.
anime is from the 80s? Is that Dragon Ball?
No.
Well, yeah,
Dragon
but
Ball's
like-
from the 80s, yeah.
But it wasn't like, if you think America, the only real thing in the 80s was either Voltron or maybe like Gundam,
Transformers.
Robotech, Transformers, or Gundam. It was only giant robot shows or
Battle of the Planets, that was 70s. That was Gotcha,
any of those.
Gotchamon.
Gotchaman. But
Yeah.
like that doesn't even really count. Like I'm talking like mainstream, like
Thundercats, the intro was done.
Oh, I
in
Yeah.
remember Thundercats.
Yeah.
Thundercats. So
That amazing intro with that beautiful animation that was done in Japan.
but Thundercats does not classify as anime.
It doesn't.
Is
It
that
doesn't.
American?
Yeah.
But that's how the 80s
Is
was.
it
Like
German?
No, it's American.
I made the comparison between anime and porn earlier, and
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
in America in the 90s, they brought over like the darkest, weirdest stuff first because they were like
Dark City.
We know that like weird people,
Yoratsuki
who are
Dojo,
adults,
all those, yeah.
Demon City,
Like, make an
Shinjuku,
impact.
Demon City,
Wicked,
Shinjuku,
Wicked City.
Wicked
Basically,
City.
if you haven't seen Ninja Scroll,
Nope.
Yoshiaki Kawajiri, oh my god, we gotta watch Ninja Scroll.
We'll do
with her
Ninja
and-
Scroll.
and
We'll do like an
pod,
I'll do
R-rated
that.
version of Ninja Scroll because, like, you know what?
Can I watch it?
It's not all terrible, by the way. So when he was talking about the hentai, we need to like let it be known that like there's the hentai and then there's the other anime. You
And
know?
then there's the Venn diagram point
Yeah,
between,
like,
which
there's
a
like-
lot of the 90s,
they cross.
it was like
they cross.
yeah.
They cross. But like there is a difference between like porname and then great anime with nothing.
Well,
Like you know what I'm
dating you,
saying?
I haven't really watched hentai, which I just learned what that is actually.
Because
So
because
it's
I've
not
never
what we're
I
talking
never watched
about
that
at all.
stuff.
No, it's
I'm more like
it's
Demon
very-
Slayer,
I
Dragon
know
Ball.
it. I know
I'm
what you're
pretty
talking
very
about,
weird.
but it's not what
Like,
we're
it doesn't
talking
do-
I
it
about.
joked on the pod about
it
Bible
doesn't-
Black. You got to make her watch Bible.
No.
Black.
Wow, that
It doesn't do
sounds
anything for me.
bad.
I'm like, I don't
It's
want
really
to see that.
bad.
It's a,
Yeah.
it's an
I
anime.
wanna
It's a
see it.
drawing. Like, I don't give who gives a shit about a drawing, you know?
What's
far as, like-
what's
I like
what's
drawing.
what's what I think people like about hentai is the same thing that people like about anime is they take
That's
they take a weird
kinkiness, right?
premise
It's like
and then they
kinky.
pornify it.
Yeah.
That's what
Cartoons.
hentai does. Like it's like I remember my first hentai that I ever saw was something called Mamma Mia, not to be confused with the
Mamma
ABBA.
Mia.
Yeah,
Sorry.
not the
Not that
ABBA
one.
musical. But I'm not even.
Absolutely not.
I mean, it was an incestual like story, and it was really really disgusting. And I was like, oh, so hentai they just take like a taboo thing and then they pornify it in animation, basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what hentai
And,
is.
yeah,
But I'm
that's
sure.
what
I'm
it
sure
is.
there's
I
normal.
mean-
I'm sure there's normal stuff too. But obviously, tentacle stuff
normal
is
hentai?
like
Yeah.
is like the cliche, right?
Yuratsuki Doji. That's the only one I remember. I was like, okay, this is like adult. I was like, I think when I saw that for the first time, I was in my teens, and my older brother said, "Hey, we check this." And my other best friend, I was like, "Hey, we gotta watch this," and we watched it. Like, it was crazy, and I was like, but it like.
You weren't into it?
No, not at all. Not at all.
You-
I was like, oh, this is just
okay,
weird.
Okay, so here's another.
Like, there's nothing sexual. Like cartoon characters aren't.
You don't want to see that?
I don't want to see that. Like, I don't care.
I'm the same. I'm the same
Like,
way.
I don't care.
I'm the same way. Like people like. No offense to dudes who
Yeah,
are
me
like into
neither.
that stuff, like body pillows and stuff, but to me, I don't understand it. I'm just like,
Like, it just never even.
I
Like,
mean,
it
you do-
never even hit.
I
with
mean,
me.
I could get it, but it's not like
Yeah.
something that's.
Like, I mean, if you could fantasize like about a relationship, like if you want to make something like an X-rated video, like a real like live action, I don't know, like that would be more. I don't mean not to say like I'm into that either, but like that'd be more appealing than watching a cartoon animated version
Well,
of like a.
okay, here's
a
a
porno.
here's a weird.
Like, I don't know. Like
I hear
this
that.
this
not
took
what
a
you're
really
into.
dark turn. Like, but
I don't think it's that dark.
Yeah, we're just still talking about
like
it, yeah.
Like Evangelion, we're
Okay.
scraping the bottom of the human soul.
okay, we're skipping the song. Yeah.
I have a weird nuanced question for both of you.
Yeah.
Has there ever been an animated character, Disney or otherwise, that you found attractive? Like for a lot of girls, they're like weirdly like, oh, the fox Robin Hood in Disney, even though it's a fox.
Oh, I love the Fox Robin Hood Disney. Yeah.
I mean, like when I'll just say like when I was a
Good
kid,
question.
like
Yeah.
like adolescence was when Gundam Wing was happening.
I'll tell you right now.
Lena, I was like, oh, like
I'm attracted to
Lena.
her. Yeah.
Not her, but for me, it was Ariel, Little Mermaid. I had a crush on her for sure.
Really?
Ariel
Okay.
for sure. Her beautiful voice.
Up where they walk.
Is that what it was? Was it her voice?
I love
It was her voice.
Angie
Not the
was
fact that
mad
she had
'cause, like,
shells right over her nipples.
Is it because she's a redhead?
hey, can I ask you?
Oh, we got some drama.
Hey guys, why does the Little Mermaid wear seashells?
Because she couldn't fit into bee shells.
No, because B shells are too small and D shells are too big.
Ah, I was
Oh,
That was good.
that's a real one. But no, so Little Mermaid for sure, and that was, and I think Belle on Beauty and the Beast. Those are my only two.
Not Jasmine.
Not
You
Jasmine.
racist.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
Kind of racist. No, just kidding. Kind of racist in that regard. No. Not at all. No, Jasmine.
Who else do you like?
Jasmine was kind of. She was hot in her own way, but it wasn't my thing.
What about Pocahontas?
I didn't even watch. I
What
never
about
saw Pocahontas.
Oh man,
What about Frozen, huh? Did you like her?
Of course, I'm Scandinavian. Bring on Elsa. No, that came out recently. Like, no, I'm talking when I was a kid growing up.
right?
Like now, it would have.
preview essence is
Yeah.
like a weird time.
It's a different like. Oh,
your budding sexuality. Like you find weird things
Yeah.
attractive.
You know who I really liked?
Yeah.
Who?
Tell us.
Let us know.
That was the question.
What's his name?
Aladdin because he had no nipples and an open shirt.
Deadpool.
Deadpool?
That was like 5 years ago, babe. What the?
Like Ryan Reynolds.
Was it 5 or was it like 10?
It was like 10 years ago now.
Yeah.
I don't like any.
Yeah, but that's not anime or like animated. But like Ryan Reynolds, she loves Ryan
Animated
Reynolds.
characters where you're like, like Prince Eric and the Little Mermaid.
You know who else I liked?
Yeah.
Let me think of his name. Hold on. He did the show where he stripped a lot.
Channing Tatum.
Channing Tatum. I love Channing.
Sweetheart, we're talking about animated stuff.
I love Channing Tatum.
She's like, you know,
Newsflash, everybody.
You know, guys,
A
I'd like
girl
to
likes
sleep
Channing
with. Yeah.
Tatum.
She's like,
I love Channing Tatum.
all right, back on to the animated topic. No, I mean, honestly,
wait.
that's fine. I mean, like, it's like we all have our.
I don't
picks.
have animated
Nuance
one.
question about
Neither do I.
Channing Tatum. Like, is he off gear now?
I don't care.
Because he's shrinking.
He's hot.
Like was he
He's
on
cool,
gear
man.
the whole time?
I
looked
met
at
him
his
before.
face,
He's super. He's cool as hell.
I'm not
Nicest
judging him.
guy.
By the way, do you know Kevin did a what's it called? He did a
I did a body double for
He
him.
did a body double for Channing Tatum, and he was exact size as Channing Tatum.
Dude,
Everything.
I believe
Chest,
that. I believe that.
Arms, like waist, everything. Kevin came out. He's like, babe. He's like, I just did a body double for Channing Tatum.
Was it like a nude body double or was it
no?
like
He
a
had
regular?
pants on.
I wish.
I wish too.
No, just kidding.
Kidding.
No,
If you guys
Oh,
like
wow.
Channing Tatum's ass in
How
Magic
could you
Mike,
hate
that
him?
was Kevin.
no, that was
Kevin's
probably
ass.
Channing.
It was definitely my fiance, and that's okay. Like he's hot. My fiance's really hot.
Thank you,
like,
but that's sweet
and
of
so
you.
is Channing Tatum. I'm just
Oh my god!
I'm just
That's so-
I just love this. It's like we asked like, was there any
Channing
anime characters
I
you like?
mean,
It's like
I
you know
don't
who I
watch-
liked is
Ryan Reynolds and Channing
Ryan-
Tatum. I'm like,
Ryan
okay,
Reynolds
I
and
cool.
liked
Deadpool.
Wesley from The Princess Bride. It's like
I don't have any.
That's fine. You know what? The truth is, it's
that's
probably
fine. If the answer is no,
like honestly, it's
the
probably
answer's no.
healthier,
Yeah.
right?
My
Like
answer
in,
was
in general, I
yes.
think it's probably healthier
But
to like.
I don't know that it's
Healthy or
unhealthy.
not,
When
yeah.
you're going through puberty, it's like it's weird. All the little sexual circuits are starting to connect. It's like that's when people kind of develop weird things. You know?
It's like-
like now as an adult, we're on the same page. Like hentai is not our thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
But when I was a kid, it was
can be hot, but like
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
I that shit does not turn me on at all. Like I'm like, okay,
And
whatever.
also
Is that what
even
we're
too
talking
like where
You can talk about it. You can talk about
where
whatever.
that intersection between just non hentai and hentai, like Ninja Scroll, Wicked City, it's always super grapey. I'm using that term
Yeah.
instead. I'm adding the G.
I like it.
It's
I like it.
super
Yes.
grapey.
Yeah,
And it's like
I understand.
it's like I don't know who finds this hot. You
Yeah.
know? Like I love those movies.
It's not okay.
But
It's
whenever-
not okay if you like this, guys. Just,
Yeah.
Just
if you like the movies, it's cool. If you
The
like
movie's great.
If you like
Ninja
the
Scroll's great,
grapiness,
like-
it's kind of
switch it.
like
Just
yeah.
switch it a little bit. Like shake the dice. Turn some, like and there's like really pretty people out there that you will like, and it doesn't have to be grapey. I'm just
It doesn't have to be great.
It doesn't have to be
Grapey.
grapey.
I think that's a good
Grapey's
note to end on the
bad.
first Nerdy Jock.
So we're
podcast.
I do too.
if you guys are still here, like tune in because we're about to do a part 2. We're actually going to talk about stuff we've been watching. So that's coming up in like
I have
5
so
minutes.
much to talk about.
What? Hold on now. We're 51 minutes in. and we're gonna do another podcast for you because this has been a lot of fun or what? It's been great.
This has been literally the
This was
most fun I've ever had. And we've talked about all of Dragon Ball.
I think it's because you're drinking wine now.
No,
But also-
it's
We're relaxed. We're on
Just
the
having a
couch.
good time.
the
We're
couch talk.
Serious. It's couch talk.
Baby.
Listen,
It's 'cause
we're hanging out.
saying from the beginning, we need to just hang out. It's like that's the vibe of a podcast. Like I was
I'm
just
so
saying.
excited.
You did great.
Can we
Well,
do this?
but- okay.
She was kind of nervous. Like
Okay.
it's fine. It's
She
her
did a
first
great
time,
job.
but she did a great job.
And
Hey,
she's
cheers.
Where's your drink?
Cheers to
I
Angie.
drink it.
Yeah, she
I
drank it
drink
already.
my drink
I'll tell you
already.
this: what did we learn this episode? Is that number one, Evangelion is the best anime ever made.
To
And
it.
The right woman will love you no matter what you're into.
look at this girl; she's gorgeous. Look at that hottie with a body.
Or
Listen,
man,
I've been to, like-
love you too.
I've gone to the movie theaters with this guy to see Dragon Ball movies, and he's always dated girls like Angie, girls who look like they could be models, right?
Yeah.
And all
Damn
of those
right.
girls were just deers in the headlights at these sorts of
They
things.
were like the one girl. She broke up with me. This other girl, Sarah. She's like, you know what? I'm not down for this shit. I'm like, you know what?
That's
And
I
I
was
get
like-
it.
I was
Because you
like-
guys, if you've been
That's
to
okay.
a movie theater with anime fans, you know that's a big ask.
happens.
I know, but like that was a test. For me, that's a litmus test. I was like,
mean, they're
hey,
so cool.
if you can pass this and be like, you know what, I can still deal, then cool. If you're
Right.
like, I get it though. I still love her, respect her, same
Yeah.
way. But like you know
Never
what, I get
settle,
it.
guys.
Never settle.
Never settle.
You're gonna find a chick.
there is a queen out there who will love you for who you are.
Honestly, we put in the work for you young cats now that are dating those 2019, the younger girls who are
Or
into
guys.
anime now. Or guys who are
Well, yeah,
into
well,
anime.
like, I feel like younger people
Like,
have
now
less of
it's-
a problem.
It's
anime is
way more accessible now. It's like Star Wars was in the 70s when the girls like, no.
I used to watch Star Wars all the time.
I was in a
Just saying.
relationship for quite a while recently, and this person's younger sister was like the type of girl, I guess, like the joke that her sisters made were like all the dudes whenever they went
Yeah.
out, they would always like hit on her. But even she like liked a guy, and the guy was into Demon Slayer or he was into One Piece or something, and then she
I
just
love that.
Angie loves Demon Slayer.
she watched everything. She's like, oh,
I mean,
he's
why
into
not? It's so fun.
or One
You're-
Punch Man, or it was something like that.
Can
Yeah.
I say
She
something
did it
weird?
just for him.
You were
Women,
either,
ladies,
you
do
were
it.
either going to be stuck on your phone scrolling on stupid shit, or you were going to connect with your person, man or woman,
Totally.
who
Amen.
loves anime.
Yes. Give me some.
Listen, you
If
guys,
they love
you
Preach.
young
anime,
kids don't know how
Preach.
good you have
bring
it.
it up, bro.
This
Like,
this
it's
would have been
good.
impossible
This
20
is a-
years ago.
This relationship was
why
a
not?
deal breaker when I grow up. They were like, don't even talk about it. In high school, I had to go with my nerd friends to computer club, and we watched Neon Genesis, and we read manga, and we
Computer club.
we hid.
That
We
doesn't
had to
even
hide.
exist anymore.
I know.
Like, no one knows what you're talking
And we
about.
had
Keep
ramen
going.
noodle cups. We had to use the microwave to cook our lunch with because that's the nerds we were.
No one knows what you're talking about.
But they'll, they do.
We forward to right now, and now everyone loves anime.
Really quick, can we get a shot of this tattoo on your thigh?
Yeah.
Is that the thigh?
Yeah,
It's a
Stand up, show
time
me.
it's time flies. It's like a little handheld clock.
This is my time flies tattoo. It is it's a pocket watch, but if you actually look at the numbers, it is not equal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's a 13 in there and there's a 5.
Yeah.
All right.
And it flies. So,
Awesome.
you know what? Till next time.
1 second, bud. 1 second.
All right.
Stay there. Well, on that note, this has been our first
This is
day.
it. First day.
We gotta feed the 5-year-old. Well, anyways, my son has just woken up from his nap, so thank you guys so much for coming on this hang. I think we need to show Angie Ninja Scroll. I think that's the next thing because
Is she ready for Ninja Scroll, guys?
think
Let us know on the
Ready,
pod.
babe.
if she
Like,
saw
just show
Evangelion,
me.
she's
I
ready.
love Ninja Scroll. I like even
He asked
everything.
if he can't show me. Like,
I love
no.
Ninja Scroll.
This will be another litmus
Okay, I
test.
was
But guys,
joking. Like,
we're gonna
please.
hang.
Good.
We're gonna hang more. Welcome, Angie. It was
Yeah.
thank you for answering.
She
all
might
my
be coming on.
questions.
She
Yeah,
might be
yeah,
coming
yeah.
on more pods soon. So give her some love because she's amazing.
Like and subscribe. Guys, this
Follow
is
us
this
on
is
YouTube.
the
Yeah.
idyllic romance you can all have if you look like Kevin Ketchum.
Okay, well,
all right.
whatever. Hey, we love you guys. Tune in. We got so much more good content coming soon. So we'll see you soon. And post.
Oh.
Oh!